If you don't make your product in America, you will have to pay a tariff.
Tariffs, they're on again, off again.
25% to 50%, the tariffs.
Trade deals reached, or are they?
And this was his strategy all along.
All of this economic uncertainty is having a real impact on you, on importers, on places like our country's ports.
Everyone is confused. Do I have to pay the tariff today? What if it's already on the water? What if I put my container on the water tomorrow?
From ABC 10 News and the Scripps News Group, where we are right now as we reveal what's happening with the products we all buy from the ship to the shelf. I'm Perla Shaheen at the Port of Long Beach. I've spent the last couple weeks here and at the Port of Los Angeles. Nearly everything you buy that's made in another country comes through an American port. California handles about 40% of all container imports to America. This half hour, new reporting on what importers are seeing before those products even reach the shelf. We begin here, where the leaders of our nation's busiest ports are predicting rough waters ahead. Most of the items you use every day traveled thousands of miles inside metal containers on these giant vessels to end up here. The neighboring ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach handle nearly half of the nation's imports, so it's the right spot to start the conversation on tariffs.
International trade, I've always said, begins at a port.
Mario Cordero is the CEO of the Port of Long Beach. He says last year was one of the busiest on record for both ports, and this quarter was even more successful. But that's about to come to a halt.
We're in a situation of radical uncertainty. I've never seen a tariff policy at the level that we've been experiencing and the changes in such a short time.
The Port of Los Angeles is reporting that overall cargo numbers decreased by more than 20% this past month. Cordero says Long Beach numbers dropped by around 15%. This could mean less product inventory at shops and higher costs for the American consumer.
I think what we do expect is there will be a tariff, and which will cause some higher prices. And again, the only question is, how high are those prices going to be and what the consumer is going to tolerate?
Cordero says businesses imported items from Southeast Asian countries under the first Trump administration to avoid tariffs that were in place on China. Now they'll have to depend on U.S. manufacturing, which could cost shoppers even more.
What control as port CEO do you have over this situation?
What we do have is basically a podium to express concerns. If there's any disruption to the supply chain or potential disruption to a supply chain, all eyes are on this port complex.
Cordero is raising concerns with policymakers and trade partners, but plans to let the situation play out. He says the economy depends on these ports, and they will always stay afloat during unforeseeable change. Back in April, President Trump imposed a 10% baseline tariff on virtually all imports, with higher rates targeting certain countries. For Trump, this was only fair, saying this was a way to get more products made in America, and targeting countries he said had taken advantage of the United States. He has been pressuring major retailers not to raise the prices they charge, but that pressure has only gone so far, as many importers and companies say they have no choice but to pass their higher costs on to you. Trump has said the pain is worth it.
Somebody said, oh, the shelves are going to be open. Well, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, you know? And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
That comment from President Trump set off a lot of reaction, including this front page of the New York Post in May. No country has drawn President Trump's attention and ire as much as China. In the first known phone call of his second term with the Chinese president, President Trump agreed to a new round of trade talks. What will come of that remains to be seen. But for now, even Chinese-owned businesses are feeling the effects of this trade war, as Alex Miller reports from New York's Chinatown.
In the heart of Chinatown in New York, ice cream has been the family business for Christina said for nearly half a century. She aims to keep the price of a scoop affordable, but there are many layers to her costs. While the ice cream in the cup uses local ingredients, the cup itself takes a long trip before it reaches her store.
Like our cup manufacturer, they are based in California, but then I think they print in Taiwan.
It's not just the cups, it's the merch, it's the utensils, it's the boxes for her ice cream cakes, all of which she says are likely impacted by President Trump's tariffs on China. Her distributors are already making changes.
They're trying to keep the prices low, but at the same time, because we've done business with them for a long time, we also have to be understanding, because if they are having big price increases, we expect it to be passed down to us. We can't be unreasonable.
Yeah, she feels targeted.
Around the corner, Jen has run a store selling Chinese merchandise for 6 years. She told us through a translator she's increased prices on some goods, but not on other, more popular goods she wants her customers to be able to afford. For those, she's absorbing the cost.
All of the owners, they do have a similar commiseration of, having less customers, seeing less foot traffic, and also, feeling very similar pressures.
Jen's taking a careful approach.
She's still ordering the things that she has to, but whatever she can stop ordering for now, she has. Because whatever can be paused, she's paused.
But it's visible in some stores, like MD Ali's, where at least 60% of his products come from China, and some distributors quickly upped his pricing as much as 30%.
I already raised the price because they're gonna charge me more. Of course, I'm gonna charge more for my customer.
He says he's still losing money because he hasn't yet increased the prices on his customers as much as they've been increased on him.
I am as an owner, but I'm thinking I'm as a customer too. I don't feel like I'm owner. If I feel I'm like a customer, that's why I charge a little less for the...
They're all hoping the tariff war is settled by the time they have to make an even bigger change. Alex Miller, Scripps News Group, New York.
Ahead, what you can do to save money right now, even as fears rise about the costs to rebuild after the next natural disaster. And if you think cheap labor is the only reason so many goods are made in China, think again. We'll explain.